How's it going, everyone? Michigan 1777 here. As you can see, Sony has announced their Xperia XZ2 Premium. I'm currently recording this off of my computer screen with the XZ Premium. I'm sorry I don't have a capture card or anything, so I'm just making do with what I have. I'm going to delve on into this. I'm super excited. I'm a big Sony fan, so we're going to cover what the new technology is. As you can see here, this is the official Sony website, so this is not fake. This is sonymobile.com, so I'm going to delve right on into it, and they talk about all the information right here. So first off, I'm going to just talk about the display. I'll bring that up. It is the second phone in the world with a 4K HDR display, the first being the Xperia XZ Premium in 2017. This one is a 5.8-inch 16 by 9 aspect ratio screen. A lot of people seem like it's so different that the XZ2 and XZ2 Compact came with a 18 by 9 or 2 by 1 aspect ratio display, and this one's a 16 by 9. Personally, I think this is a great thing. As many know, Sony already have decent sized bezels on their phone. So for me, watching most content is in 16 by 9. And I don't want to see giant black bars on the side of my screen because nothing is filmed in 18 by 9. So I think in order to hide some of that bezel size, they chose 16 by 9, and I much prefer that anyway. You also get the two front-facing stereo speakers, which are even supposed to be louder than the XC2. And as usual, it will upconvert your picture quality from SDR to HDR. I've seen it. It looks outstanding. And of course, Sony's triluminous technology, quantum dot technology, basically is still there. On the audio side, once again, there's no 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. You have to use a USB-C to 3.0 or a USB-C to 3.5 millimeter jack. And then Sony also sells one with a 3.5 millimeter jack and a charger. So if you want to get one of those, you can. I don't really mind it. I have a pair of Sony WH-1000 MX2s, which sound excellent. And of course, this device supports LDAC and all the latest Bluetooth codecs, which is extremely nice. I can vouch for the sound quality of the Bluetooth. It really is astounding, and even wired to wireless, it's pretty good. The speakers are supposed to have S4 surround sound, which I haven't heard because the XC2 or XC Premium does not have it. Moving on, we're going to look at the design now. It's basically the exact same as the XC2 and the XC2 Compact, except this time, as you notice, there is a front-facing, or a dual camera on there. Didn't mean to say front-facing. I'm getting ahead of myself here. This is on their website in big, bold letters. We wanted to bring the most advanced technological developments together in a seamless form. This right here is more than true. I love the design personally. I like that rounded look. I like that they kept their screen obviously triangular, but that rounded look fits in your hand so beautifully. And anyone who's like, oh, it's so chunky, the XC Premium still, if I'm correct, weighs more than this phone. So for me, I don't care. Frankly, I don't want my phone to feel like this light piece of crap. I like that thick, strong, bigger phone on my hand, and I like that curved back on it because it'll fit in my hand. I think the only thing that I don't know about is the fingerprint sensor. It looks like it's in about the same spot, and I've only heard complaints about it. I haven't had this phone, so I couldn't tell you about it. I mean, if it kills you, use an unlock with a pattern. I don't know. The battery, it looks like we have, a 3540 milliamp hour battery, I believe. Yes, 3540. And then, it's got the Snapdragon 845 as usual, 6 gigs of RAM, like the XC2. Many people don't know this. The XC2 actually came with 6 gigs of RAM in the US. I think Europe and a few other countries did not get, not other countries, but other locations did not get that 6 gigs of RAM. And yeah, it has the smart charging feature as well and wireless charging. So everything is pretty up to snuff for me. We're going to go into now the camera. This is the big change that Sony's putting in. The pioneering their motion dual camera technology. This right here is the key. I don't know how to say it. I don't know if it's Obe. I don't know. What this camera is going to do, it's going to offer ultra high sensitivity, as you can see right here. Still photos will have an ISO of 51,200, and video will have 12,800, allowing for ultra high sensitivity at night. Everyone, obviously says, oh, higher ISO at night means an absolute mess. But this is what I want to bring out. This is their chip that they're including with this. And what these cameras do, one focuses on color. One is a monochrome camera. The main one is 19 megapixels. This one is 12. The monochrome, what it will do is you can obviously use it for monochrome video, but it will take in the brightness of the situation, and that's mainly what the focus is. If you're not doing a monochrome picture, it will look at how bright an image is or how bright a scene is. It will take that in, and it will establish the black and white levels. This lens focuses on color, and what it'll do is it travels through to the I'm going to just call it that, processor. It's going to bring the two images together and create one fine image. And I know this is very small. This is very small on the website. But this is going to happen during the daytime pictures as well. The monochrome camera will take in the light, measure basically the dynamic range. That's what it'll establish. And what we should be getting during daytime as well is an extended dynamic range, very strong dynamic range. So if you are looking up at, say, the sun, we should potentially get more color out of whatever is in between the sun or that super bright light and the image you're trying to take. And the dynamic range is going to be extraordinary just because of this chipset right here, because we're bringing two different things together in order to create one image. No phone I know is doing that. Some other phones have done the monochrome camera and just for the monochrome. Some use the second sensor just for zooming. This one is specifically meant for image processing, coming together and allowing for the contrast to be made in the dark levels and the white levels. It's going to be outstanding, and I can't wait to see it in person. Also, it should really help with the dynamic range in HDR recording. As many people know, this is the only, this will be the second phone with 4K HDR recording. Well, I guess technically third if you count the XZ2 compact. But this should help the dynamic range and color accuracy along with everything, combining everything. You should have an extended dynamic range and much better HDR recording. Along with that, I'm hoping that they have a better write speed or read-write speed with their internal storage so that there's less choppiness in the 4K HDR. As always, the super slow motion comes back, full HD. I don't know if they are increasing the RAM buffer on this. There's potential they could, which also means longer slow motion bursts, although it's highly unlikely. And of course, with that second camera, you are going to get the bokeh effect that everyone likes. So you can, obviously get those blurred background photos. So we'll see how this all plays out. And of course, the 3D Creator app is here as always, and it will obviously do its thing. Scan yourself in. I have it on my phone. It works really well. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to quickly here dive on into the video. And we're going to, I know my video is a bit longer here, but frankly, I don't care because I'm excited. All right. And I will get this going. Alrighty, as you saw there, that basically just showed what I had explained already, that the images will be processed together to form a better image. I'm excited. I'm excited for this device. Can't wait to see more information on it as it comes out. The only thing I am worried about is the price. Honestly, though, I don't. The thing about it is, if they come out later in the summer or even early fall, the XZ2 and XZ2 Compact I'd expect would be around, I'd say, well, the XZ2 should be around $500 or $600 by that point, if that. So we might be seeing this launch at about $800. I was actually reading PC Magazine, and they're like, "Oh, why did Sony do this? They just destroyed their XZ2 and XZ2 Compact." And I'm sitting to myself from a business perspective going, no, this is supposed to be the more expensive alternative, but if it's coming out later, this is going to allow people to choose between the XZ2, XZ2 Compact, and the XZ2 Premium. And if they want to spend more money, they can get the Compact, or they can get the Premium. And if they want to spend less, they have a choice between the Compact and the XZ2. So, I mean, from a business perspective, if you're looking at it right now, obviously it seems kind of dumb, but later on, I think this is really going to help out pricing for their current phones, and it's going to give people the opportunity to choose what Snapdragon 845 phone they want from Sony, and I think it really is going to diversify their lineup. But that's my personal opinion, and we'll see how it plays out. Anyway, I'm done recording now. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and hit that like button as well so I can keep growing. And please, if you could subscribe, I'm trying to get more subscribers to my channel so that I can get back into monetization with YouTube. They kicked me off of it because I didn't have enough subscribers. So I'm getting some views, but I'm not getting enough subscriptions. So if you could, please hit the subscribe button, and I would really appreciate it. Anyway, I hope you all have a great evening, great night, great day, whatever you are, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.